Hey, people. I told y'all I was going to tell you how they got 5 out of this word. It's the only time it comes up like this with the diamond. The rest of the times it won't have it. And so this whole chapter here is talking about distilling. You know, they say on the top it's the construction of Solomon's temple, but you'd be pressed to get the word Solomon out of this. But what is here is Hiram. Hiram of Biff was the master architect of Solomon's temple. And it's hidden in this word here backwards. The Abiff comes from this here. They say Abiff is the father, Abiev. But this is coming from the Barum, Berrem, the Barum, the Hirum, to Barum the Hiram, the one in charge of hiring, to Barum the Hiram, to Rye. And so Rye is a twisted face, is not good. It's the same where you get your word Murray from. Murray is a mortician, it has to do with death, Murray. So the Vatican had tried to rebuild from the instructions I guess they got out of the Greek or the Latin, because they missed. And this is the biggest tell. These old twisted columns they put on here, these are called retort or Solomon columns. This is called a Solomonic column, this retort twisted column. So a retort is a quick return, a quick remark. It's coming from is return, and torque, to twist. But it's also a container or furnace for carrying out chemical process on a larger industrial scale. This is a retort in the process of distilling. And one of the first things I noticed when I started studying this is that it's in the same shape as God's head, in the head of Thoth. And in this line it's going to talk about retort, beakers, and the canopy is what they got here in the wings. They're reading this as canopy, but it's to the can and then a PII, the can and the pie, the circle, the mouth make, the can pie make, the chair of is. And I believe they got these backwards. They say the dot is the sharp K and without it is the CH. But I believe they got these backwards. I believe this is the con and this is the chair of is. And then backwards from kratom, Krtum, from the kratom what? Amma. And so AMMA is mother or wet nurse in most languages that uses it. Water, mother, or wet nurse. And so the kratom, what? Amma, the wet nurse, as rise. And then the can, and then pen, the can, PN, backwards, grab this letter again. The can, pan, around, and then the final P is R now, and it's reached. And then this says, read this all again, so it's DEAH. And deech is two in any language you find it in. And it's can reached each is what it means. And so can it reach both of them, each of them. And so it's not one, it's two. And can pan, can around, reached each. Of Amal, AMMAL. Amal is labor. The reach each, the labor, tomb, and then WTH, the tomb which. And the diamond has you move the S on this side. So this is reading smash. The smash is the sun. And the labor, tomb, which the sun from goat, and then this says read this letter got, and then read the T again, seal. From the goat got seal of the flurry, F-L-R-Y, the flurry, F-Y-R, the flurry fire habit. And so it's talking about Mars here. And Mars is the 5. And Mars got its mark from the smash. The sun from the goat got mark of flurry of fire habit. And so Mars, it's number 20, but it took its mark from 5, from the goat in the smash, in the sun's house, where the sun habits is out here, and it took its mark from the goat. The labor of Amel, of labor tomb with the smash from goat got seal of fire. And so this is Mars, and he took the number 5. And so Mars is Vulcan, and he's the god of fire, feet of fire, sword of iron, and the Chem, C-H-M, the Chem-eel, the Camille. You see Vulcan here. Here he's holding up his little Mars pecker, his stamen. The god of both beneficial and hindering fire, including the fire of volcanoes, the manufacture of art, arms, iron, armor for gods and heroes. Vulcan was the son of Jupiter Juno, husband of Mia and Venus, and Vulcan made the thrones for the other gods on Mount Olympus. Vulcan was synonymous with both the alchemist's physician's manipulation of fire, heating, and distilling of nature's properties for medicine. Akan Paya, the chair of his maker, backwards, M-K-R-A, the maker. The tomb what the waters, the Amma, the tomb what Amma is rise. In the tomb of the waters is rise, in a distillery. Kinpan reached each of Amel's tomb, of the labor tomb with smash. From the goat got mark. That's where you get your word goatee. You see all the Egyptian hieroglyphs, they'll have a man and they'll have a man with a goatee. And the goatee was actually a false beard. It was a clip-on. It was a sign of respect and a sign of rule. The smash from goatee, the goat seal, extra T, the goat seal, of the flurry, F-L-R-Y. Flurry is when a bird ruffles his feathers up, like a peacock ruffling all them eyeballs. In the flurry of fire, habit, the house where you habit. The habit, we can, and then the R again. The reach, and then RT, and the line says come back and read this HRT again, and it's retort, and then the little mark says read the T again, so it's a retort seal. And we can reach retort seal. To moot, to quiet the waters comes the Magi, M-G-G-I, the Magi, all can reeker of beaker. The reeker, and then beaker, B-E-A-C-H-R, beaker. When you're distilling, you got your retort and your beaker. And all the other Magi's, they can smell what you're cooking because it's reeking. And so Mars is the firebird. Phoenix flurries the fire. So these people burning the goat at the pagan rituals, they're just misreading this. They're reading this from the goat of fire habit. They're not getting the rereading of the word from the goat got seal of. They're not getting the reading backwards, the flurry, to ruffle the fire. So all your religions is coming out the same Bible. They just different ways of reading it. But the ones that understood this, they were making fun of all the religions, and they were retorting and they were sorting. They were sorting the stars and retorting liquor and writing poetry about all the gods. So this Tumutama, it can also mean the writings and language. You know, the tongue. The Tama is the tongue. And so you might be reading this, a Wiccan pie make, a Wiccan circle make the care of his maker. You know, to make the Wiccan circle the chair of his maker. Tum and Tama. You know, the mark connected from is the writings of to and what to. It's the first games you play with your kid. Teach them the pictures and the seals to go with it. And Tum and Tama, Tama, is the tongue, spoken language. The written spoken language is rise. And so the Wiccan pie make the chair of his maker. The writings in language is rise. Can Pan reach each of Amma, let 'em watch smash? You know, of Mama, let 'em watch sun. From goat, goatee. From the goat got seal of the flurry of fire. Habit. And the can reach retort to the writings and language, the Tumatama. Tumatama. You know, Tama is also an old drum that would change pitch. And the Tumatama comes Magi. All can reeker of beaker. All smelling what's in your beaker.
Don't forget. Hooty hoot, hooty hoot. I won't forget.
Alright, I'm going to cut this off here. Good day.